Okay, this is to do a little update on my laser engraver that I'm building. It's not 100% done, but it's mostly done. It's functional. There's a few things I want to upgrade, but this is from a design that a friend of mine in the makerspace, his name's Jeff, he designed this and shared the files with me and let me print out the parts and help me all along the way on getting this functional, getting this working. He sold me the parts. He instructed me on how to get the firmware on the Uno. By the way, that's an Uno over there. That's a 15-watt laser. It's a regular CNC. You can see the motor carries it that way, and this allows it to go over there without pinching. I'm going to probably try to fix this where it tries to stay up a little better off of the belt. That way it's kind of like this. Well, it can't be quite like that. I might have to just put like a little arm out here to let it ride on to keep it from sagging down any further, but it's not too bad as long as it doesn't go all the way over there. And then we've got this has a rod here, and what I'm using is a aluminum arrow, and it runs all the way down. It's anchored here, which keeps it minimum amount of slack. So anyway, so that's the movement. Take it back over here and set up the machine. First, let me show you how I program it. I've created the G code. Let's see if I can get this to. What's funny is I can't even see my screen, so I don't know if this is going to show up too good. I mean, I can't even see the recording this with a cell phone, and I can't see it close. Hopefully you can see that. But like, here's an example. I took a like an email or something. I don't remember what it was. Well, I think it was just a list of instructions for how to set this thing up. And I basically just took it and I highlighted it and I copied it, right? Copied it like that. And then I went into my my CNC software where you create the G code, and I just pasted it into my drawing, selected the font I wanted to use, and that was it. Then I selected it and told it I want to do a profile. What did I do? Profile mill? I think I did profile cut, and just called it out as a flat end cutter, so it just went straight down to the depth and no pecking, full depth, and then cut the profile of the letter. So when it did that, first thing it does is it goes over to a location, then to the first rambling. Let's see. First, you set the speed, which is the power setting on this. Actually, let me just find it real quick. Okay, so there's the speed. I've got speed set at 1. That's your power for the laser. It goes from 1 to 1,000. You know, and normally and this is the same line that it programmed for my speed for the spindle, actually. And I just went in here and I put in whatever in this case it's S1, and say I wanted to turn the power up to 50%. I would put 400 in my replace with. So I'd find the next, boom, I could replace it, I could just replace all. Now all my feed rates or power ratings are S500 for 50%. So it's as easy as that, and it was all set up. Now I really don't want for this example here, I don't want to be at high power, because don't want to smell it. So I'm going to turn it back to 1 just for this example. Now you can see that S1 here, or all of these speeds are at 1 now. The same thing goes with next thing you do is you look for your Z movements, and because that's going to be your M3s. Well, I've already edited it, so there's no Z movements in here. So I'll show you where they used to be. Let me find. Okay, so that's M5. I've told it to turn off. Because you see it's in a G00. It's running over to this location. I don't want the laser on when I'm getting into position. Now you can see the M3 is the next line. This is where it tells it I'm in position, and I went there at whatever feed rate was in the previous line, but I'm in position now. So go ahead and turn on, go down to the depth, turn on, and start doing your XY movements. So when I had a Z minus on my G code, it was maybe I programmed a Z minus 1 inch. Well, I could search that out and replace that with S500, and that's 1500. I can replace it with 50% on power. I'm sorry, that's all screwed up. No, I replace it with M3, because every time the Z goes down, you want it to turn on. So M3 turns on the laser, and so that's how you would get the M3 on the Z minus movements. And then the same, wherever your reference plane was, I don't remember where it was set, but when the Z plus reference plane, it would be like, say, plus 0.7. So, that was your reference plane. So every time it told it to come up there, you replace that with a M5 through this whole program, and it will, while it's coming up, or it thinks it's coming up, it's not going to think it anymore. It's just going to turn the laser off. And it's going to move to the next location, and then it would have gotten a Z minus movement, which would be an M3. It would already be changed to M3. So that's how that's done. And then the feed rate's the same deal. I've got a feed rate of 3,000. I can change it to anything I want. Like right there, if I copy that, paste it, I could, I'll go ahead and run the example. I'll have it at 500 millimeters per minute. So if I find the next, replace it, replace all, now my feed rate is 500. Okay, now if I save that, that's the name of this file is words. I go to Universal G code sender. I browse it. The name of it is words. Open it. You gotta wait a second. Looks like it's ready now. I gotta get my glasses on. I'm gonna send it here, and then it'll run. So I'm back up here. Show you what this looks like from bird's eye view. So I think, I don't even remember what I did now. I was kind of doing all kinds of crap. I don't know what the power setting is, but if it starts stinking, I'm turning it off. And okay, here it goes. It's going to do the text that I programmed in my whatever software that I use to make the G code. Whatever software you would want to make the G code for a CNC router. You don't have to have laser software. So you can see it's turned on right now. It turned off because it was a Z plus movement. So that's turns back on when it's actually think it's going down into the cut. And that's 500. I'll run a different one real quick so you can see a better example. You pause that, cancel. there's another program I got here that does just like a rectangle. Right now it is a feed rate of 2,000. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, 2,000. That is just called profile. Open that. Send it. Alright, it's going to go to its upper left corner. We're looking at it from as if we were standing down here and we're looking this direction. That's up. So that's 2,000. Of course, it's got acceleration and deceleration, so it doesn't just go on, start on a dime and stop on a dime. I'm still playing with that. I'll try to get a little bit crisper stop and goes, but I turned them down low just to get something that's reliable, that works. That's 2,000. Let's look at 4,000. 4,000 on profile. Huh. Looks like is there only one feed rate? Let me look real quick. Find F. Profile. There's F there, F there. There's two of them. Alright, so I'm just going to do it manually. I'm going to put 4,000 in there and see if it can handle it. 4,000. Save it. Go back to the Universal G-Code Sender. Oh, hang on a second. I hit send. I got to browse. I have to reload it. Now send that. Now this is 4,000. Let's see if it can handle it. Well, it's going to have the same acceleration and deceleration, so it can get up to 4,000. It doesn't seem any faster than 2,000 to me. Let's try 8,000. You can set the parameters in this Universal G-Code Sender by going down here to the command prompt at the bottom. If I could find it, where is it? Oh, here it is. Won't let you have it while it's running. Going back to home. Okay. Alright, so here's the command prompt. If you type in $$, these are the parameters, acceleration, deceleration, steps per unit, and all that kind of stuff. You can type it in and change it right here. So first, let me look at, I'm just going to change the second one, the actual, the actual rectangle. Change that to 8,000. We're going to double it, see if it looks any different. That's not what I'm looking for. Did I save it? I think I did. Alright, load it back up, reload it, send it. It's going to do 2,000, I think. Now it's supposed to go to 8,000. It sounds higher. Yeah, it looks a little faster. So you're only going to be able to get that fast when you got a long distance to go, which probably isn't going to be that advantageous. I'm just curious if the motor skips or not. Yeah, I'll play with this later. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's go back to this one. That's fine. Still got the power down to 1. So let's go back to words. Load up words. Send. No, it wasn't ready yet. Send. There we go. All right. Now I'll just talk while that's going. I think I got it in frame. Yeah. So that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. After you do it a little bit, but I don't think I mentioned the upgrades I want to do is threaded rods on the corners with leveling pads underneath, and that may be an issue for the way the height's set up right now. It's set up for this level, or pretty close to this level, so any kind of leveling screw under here will be will lift this whole thing up out of focus and out of the range of being able to focus it in. So I either have to get whatever size my thumb screw is. I'll either have to have basically a table in here that thickness minimum, and then that way if you set something on it, you know, then whatever this thickness is, like from here to here, I could just take the thumb screws up, or I'm gonna say take the thumb screws out, but I'm just trying to figure out a good way to be able to make it a totally levelable, adjustable, quickly, easily. Because I might want to do like something like this lettering. This is V carved from a CNC, but what if I burned it? So anyway, I got to come up with something like that. I might just hollow this whole thing out, and that way I can put different inserts in. I can set this up on different pieces. Like if I want to put some kind of a fixture, so I got a fixture that holds 9 of these that you pull in from the bottom, and that way they all tag out on this surface, and they'll be all consistent. And you got that attached here, and then you lift this up so that it can clear. I don't know, I'm still chewing on all that. Anyway, then I gotta set up the air. I have to set up the air pressure. Air will clear the smoke out of the cut or out of the burn, and it'll maybe clear some ashes. I don't know. It's supposed to make the cut better. So I'll get the air set up. I need a cover. I'll probably push it down this way a little bit to make room for this and the power supply up here, and I'll push it a little bit that direction to make room for this wire movement, this wire management here. Yeah, that's my goals, my plans. Get that lid on here so that and a hose and a fan to suck the air out so that it doesn't sneak up the place with smoke and contamination, as far as be very unhealthy. And then I'll find a way to also hook it to the 3D printer and suck them fumes out also. That would be a good deal. And yeah, that's all there is to it so far. Just got to figure out this thumb screw, the corner leveling system and fixtures. I don't think this is going to be too hard. The lid ain't going to be too hard. Good lid might be hard, doing a good job of it. I don't know. Then I could take lids, instead of carving, this is a V-carve, and then it's painted, and then just sand it off. And so this is a lot more work. If you could just have this all done, flat top, done, sanded, all ready to go, set it in here, burn it, maybe that's the way to go for that. I don't know. Burn that, burn this, who knows? Yep.